Another week, another weekly reset. This is the weekly reset where I go over Nightwave, Teshin, all that jazz. There will be time codes in the description below if you would like to skip to a certain section. Before I go into detail, I would like to mention that I'm going to be probably streaming a bit more this week than in the past because stuff had been happening behind the scenes. But yeah, I think I have an idea now. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that. If not on here, on Twitch, but maybe on here as well, because I do like streaming on here and Twitch. Anyway, link in the description below. With that said, let's begin with none other than Nightwave, shall we? And this is the first official one. Destroy a cruise ship with forward artillery. Okay. Complete 4 different bounties in Zermon. I'll be honest, I haven't been doing much of these ever since I hit the 30. So I wish there was something more than just credits afterwards. But nah, I get it the way it is, right? I mean, I'd be asking them to give us random rewards at this point, and I don't know if that's something that is feasible. Kill 1,000 enemies on the Still Path. Kill or capture an Eidolon Hydralist. Kill 30 XMS, complete 15 missions, and kill 500 enemies. Basically if you play Warframe enough during the week, these 2 should be easy enough to finish. This one, if you're not doing endless missions all the time, easy enough to finish. And if you go on Still Path mode most of the time, that shouldn't be too hard to finish either. Now, if we move on to these, I like hovering over these so you guys can actually see them without, having to guess which one is which. Because I do remember at one point in time you guys did mention that, and I do pay attention to my comment section. And some of these are different Nightwave mods that have appeared in past Nightwaves for certain weapons, so you can get them here. That's pretty cool overall. Then we have alternate helmet, alternate skins, and a Syandana, as you can see. So that's all pretty cool there, pretty usual there. But then we also have these. Oh, okay, I have it mastered already. Wait, does that mean I don't own it? If I only have it mastered, does that mean I don't actually own it? I don't actually know. There's no harm in possibly picking it up. I mean, it said mastered, but it doesn't say owned. So I'm going to get one of those. Anyway, these are fully built Orkan catalyst and Orkan reactor that you just get by buying. You don't gotta worry about the blueprints or whatnot. And if you're wondering where Volbon's main blueprint is, it's in the market for credits. So that's where it is there, so you don't have to worry about that. Not Nightwave credits, but it's in the market for regular credits. So you can get like that. And yes, I have 2 of these. It's a thing. Don't ask. I don't even remember why I have 2 of them, if I'm being perfectly honest. And now let's see what our good buddy, good pal Teshin has to offer, shall we? Teshin has Kuba. Yes, Kuba. For 55 Still Essence, you can get 50,000 Kuba. Okay, that's fair enough, honestly. That is fair enough. Good on you, Teshin. I personally don't need Kuba, as you can see, but good on you, Teshin. Good on you. Now, the circuit. And if we go to the circuit, we see Nyx, Frost, and Ash. Ash is probably the more annoying frame to get in Warframe, if I'm being honest, just because of how his parts drop. But I'm going to go with Nyx because why not at this point? Am I right or am I right? And you know, you could get a cool mod. Assimilate is a pretty cool mod considering it makes you invincible. And invincible next was during the time period everyone loved using invincible next. I actually saw an invincible next when I was playing on public not too long ago. Assimilate next is what they call her, but she's invincible next. But yeah, I digress. On to the steel path. If you have all of these Incarnon adapters, like I do, you can go over here and choose Kuba and Ribbon Mod, or you can choose both Ribbon Mod. This is my own personal preference because I don't always do the steel path stuff, but I like to be prepared if I'm going to. The Archon Hunt. This is the Archon for this week, and if you complete all 3 parts of the Archon Hunt, you are going to be rewarded with a Crimson Archon Shard this week. This is the percentage that Crimson Archon Shard will be a Talford variant instead, and Talford variants are actually a bit more powerful than the normal variant, so that's always good. But as I mentioned, you'll have to complete all 3 parts of the Archon Hunt, which this week are Mobile Defense, Activation, and Showdown. Showdown is basically an assassination mission where you're fending off, again, not only fending off, but destroying said Archon. And the game may or may not count as an assassination mission, so don't get crazy with it. Descendia. So if you complete the Descendia, there are different rewards that I'm hovering over real quick for you guys. And if you get to the bottom, you'll get the melee arcane adapter. In case you don't know, Descendia is, you know, basically like your basic climb the tower, but instead you're descending slowly throughout the tower. And every 7, there's a check mark. So you can actually just make it so you don't do them all at once. But wait, there's more. There's a steel path version of Descendia with its own reward pool. Yes, as you can see, these rewards, some of them may look slightly the same, but I can assure you that you will get rewards here and there. Oh, this is an Eidolon lens. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I wish it was an Archon shot. Sometimes Archon shots can appear here, but not this time it seems. Now that we are at the Sanctum, let's go to our good buddy, good pal, Bird 3, and see the shiny treasures. This week is an Amber Archon shot. Now, this is one per customer per week, and the shard isn't always an Amber Archon shard. It can switch, it can rotate between the main 3. So keep that in mind. It's a random 1 out of the 3 each week. And this is the criteria you need. You need to be maxed rank, and you need to have 30,000 standing to spend on this particular Archon shot. But if you don't want Archon shot, that's okay. There's still another thing to do at the Sanctum, which is Deep Archimedea. These are individual parameters per person. Oh, I really like that. The Emperor is one of the potential options. I might just do this week just because that. No, we'll see, I guess. Oh, the Broken War. I can do that. I have a ribbon for the Broken War as well. Although, one of these frames, that might be a deal breaker. And I don't have these frames set up for Steel Path. And wonder if I can use Umbra Excalibur instead of regular Excalibur. Oh well, anyway, I'm getting off topic. If someone knows, though, let me know comment section below. You can enable these for better rewards and whatnot. Which is good, but if you don't want to enable them, you don't have to. Each person gets to choose whether they want them enabled or not. But you might not like Deep Archimedea, in which case you can travel on over to the universe where it's 1999 all day, every day, and then speak to Kaya, and Kaya will introduce you onto the wonderful world of Temporal Archimedea, which, as you can see, the different individual parameters rather here. But other than that, it has the same style format. The only big differences are, first of all, the 1999 related missions, and second of all, you can actually put stickers on the mission to make them easier. Yeah. So, yeah, pick your poison, I guess. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.